What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of the It Doesn't Matter podcast. I'm your host. I'm the Notorious One. I am Dom. Today, I'm here with my boy Stratfax. I'm here with Poppy Platino, and we bring to you the Royal Rumble 2008. It is Royal Rumble season. It's my favorite time of the year. My man Stratfax chose the Royal Rumble 2008. John, why did you choose this show right here?
Well, I could tell it to you or I could show it to you. Look at this t-shirt, baby. Pay-per-view t-shirt. Oh, yeah. WWE style. Well, it doesn't mean anything. You could buy that on Shop Zone after the fact, which is exactly what I did because you could buy the t-shirt and DVD combo a month and a half later on www.shop.com. But yes, I was there. Randy was also there. We actually took some terrible videos on our terrible cell phones at the time, but we made our way to Madison Square Garden, and we had great seats, actually. If you're watching the pay-per-view, you're looking at the entranceway and to the more upper left of where the Titantron is. We're sitting right about there. So really great seats, and we had a tremendous time. But yes, I was in attendance at this show. Great show, and I'm glad we get to talk about it today.
Yes,
Watching the playback, did you see yourself on camera?
I did not see myself, but on WWE.com, I was able to screen grab. Like, that's me. I was wearing the red Eddie Guerrero memorial T-shirt, so that's how I saw myself.
Speaking of Eddie Guerrero, you know what shirt I want of his? That Tabasco one. They don't make that anymore. You won't see it anywhere anymore.
You keep
Only on
saying that.
eBay. That's about it.
Or if you probably go to, Chicago, where they make all those pro wrestling tees?
I didn't see it out there.
Oh man, that's probably the only thing I could think of because you said they have everything over there.
And Mercari.
Macari, yeah. I don't know why they banned that T-shirt. That was a dope shirt, that Tabasco one.
I don't think they banned it.
It might have been like a copyright or something.
John Cena and PBR, anyone?
Exactly.
Kevin Owens and PBR.
Well,
I had that one.
He's fat.
I I gotta get my own custom one. Son of a Dominican farmer.
Oh Lord.
You used to be able to do that at the mall.
I know. Oh, Crystal Mall.
Our mall is so terrible. They don't give you no more free samples. That's how bad it is.
Oh my God, you're
I'm
not gonna get nobody like that.
Considering a mockumentary and going out to the Crystal Mall and being like, wow, look at all the stuff that's still here. It's
Don't
incredible.
worry, AEW is gonna run a show in there one day.
Hey, I remember Burger King was right there.
Oh man.
I remember when it was near Sears.
Oh my God.
And it turned into a Verizon.
Orange Julius.
God, I miss
Man.
Orange Julius.
I actually I made one the other day.
Orange
I was
Julius.
so bored. I was like, made Orange Julius.
I don't know about you guys, but to me, Orange Julius was a status symbol because that stuff you need. You could just spend your money. I didn't spend money, man, but when I had money, I spent it on Orange Julius, and I
I did
felt
too.
like a boss.
I did Auntie Anne's pretzels.
Yep.
That was my thing.
The cinnamon.
The cinnamon, of course.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Right.
But-
Enough of this crap. Let's
Yes,
get back to the show.
Yes, back to the show, John. Want to reminisce? Well, we're going to take it back to 2008, Madison Square Garden, home of the New York Knickerbockers.
Excuse me.
You heard me. Well, we have good old Michael Cole and the coach, Jonathan Coachman, on commentary for this first match, and we have a career-threatening match, and this was a fun time for the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. We have Ric Flair taking on Montavious Porter, MVP. And this is Flair's last year right here. If he loses, Vince McMahon said, if you lose,
Just
you're going
one
to have
time.
to force to retire. One loss, and you're done. Well, he has this match at the Royal Rumble. He's kicking off the show against MVP, a career-threatening match. And the match begins, and MVP starts giving Flair the business. We know the outcome of, Flair making it all the way to WrestleMania, taking on the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Did you guys think MVP had a chance?
The way the match was being structured, I thought MVP might have been the one to get the rub, quote unquote, to beat Flair at a big major pay-per-view. I mean, granted, like you said, we found out later on where it was going to go, but the way MVP was going after Flair and looking back on him, like it could have been a good way to make somebody right there. You got a 16-time champion, multi-time tag champion, multi-time U.S. champion, about to be Hall of Fame, the leader of one of the most notorious factions of all times, and to make a guy like MVP, it would have been a great move on them. Granted, they didn't do too much with MVP because I think he was gone after a few more years after this. Maybe through an injury or just bad booking or a bad deal, but it could have made MVP even bigger than who he was at that time.
Yeah, that's right. And they had a false finish when the Nature Boy, he was in the corner. MVP hit him with the big boot. And then MVP goes for the pin, and Flair is knocked out 1, 2, 3. But his foot is on the ropes, and little Nate, Charles Robinson, he's seen it all of a sudden, and the match had to continue. John, what are your thoughts about this match so far?
I thought it was a curious decision why they chose MVP. Of course, Ric Flair. They're playing flip flop with the brand alliance there, but Ric Flair was finally, after all these years, drafted to Friday Night SmackDown, and I believe he had a loss to Finlay, a submission loss, a rare submission loss for Ric Flair to Finlay of all people. Then Ric Flair took a hiatus, and he's like. I think this is where they figured out. Well, actually, Stone Cold Steve Austin takes credit for coming up with his idea, which they bastardized and turned it into what it became. But they're like, what do we do with Ric Flair? We don't want him jobbing to Finlay on SmackDown. Like, what do we do with him? It's like, obviously, Vince had no more plans for him because they separated from Evolution, from Triple H, from Batista. What do we do with him? So it's like, you know what, Flair, it's time to retire. And they came up with this idea, this plan. And I even at the time, I was wondering why they went back to this match with MVP. They had a match, and they did mention it from Clash of the Champions the previous summer. So I don't know why they went back to this, but MVP was the United States champion. So you're just honestly, sometimes they're just a list of names. So just like at work in life, sometimes you're just a name on a piece of paper. And who can we give a good win to in Ric Flair's last match at Madison Square Garden? Someone reliable, someone of notoriety, and there is your United States champion MVP. He can suffer the loss, he'll be fine. And yeah, it was a fun opener, and we love fun openers here on the It Doesn't Matter podcast. Not one of the best of all time, but very memorable storyline wise, well worked in the ring, and a feel good moment for the Nature Boy.
Yes, it was.
Woo! Yes, Ric Flair wins with the figure 4, and he survives to fight another day on to WrestleMania 24. All right, after this, we see Vince McMahon backstage with his bastard son, Hornswoggle, and he expects Hornswoggle to win the Royal Rumble, and he's telling that little bastard, don't trust anybody. Vince, you should have took your own advice.
I love the Bee Gees impression.
Yes, but
Hornswoggle staying alive backstage.
yes, then we see Finlay comes in, and he tells Horny that he can't, Vince tells Horny that he can't trust anybody.
Hey. You can't say horny and Vince in the same sentence. You know what's going to happen.
Horny the Toad.
Well, every man for himself. Watch yourself. Do what you got to do.
Moderated.
All right, so after this, we see good old JR and Jerry the King Lawler on commentary, and they introduce Mike Adamle. And he looked so nervous at this time. And
It was.
yeah.
Sad.
John, how long was Adamle's tenure in WWE?
I think it was like a year and a half.
Damn, that's it?
Yeah.
That was a long year and a half, I think.
Because he became GM at one point, right?
He was bad immediately. I don't know what came first, the concussion or the words. No, I don't know what came first. If he was, because he was the ECW commentator for a while. They put him at the commentary desk, and I think his final run was as GM. Because once you're a heel GM with amnesia, then where do you go from there? So I'm not really sure how long he was there, but a year and a half seems about right. But they really tried with Mike Adamle, and Mike Adamle, very popular from American Gladiators. I was a big fan. I was happy he was there, but something was terribly, terribly off, and someone lied on their resume.
Yes, he looked so nervous. So nervous in that MSG crowd.
I think it was way different than the whole American Gladiators thing. I think that was what 10, 15
in the 80s, right?
Yeah, that
like
was
80s, early 90s.
Yeah, man, OJ was still innocent. I love my kids. That's the worst OJ impression ever.
It's 20 years from that, and then you see this. You can see how nervous he was, and you could tell he did not want to screw up anything. I don't know if there was like maybe cue cards or something when he was talking, but you feel bad for him. I mean, a former NFL player, he had multiple concussions from what we found out later on, and that thing, it messes up your brain. I mean, I've had a few myself, so every now and then I'll be Sorry, Kobe.
Yes, well, Kobe had to come save the day, just like Chris Jericho saved the day. Chris Jericho came back to WWE to come save us all. John, what was he saving us from?
Your boring personality, for one, which is word for word what he said to Randy Orton, the man he interrupted that fateful night on Monday Night Raw. I believe he was saving us from the doldrums of the Chris Benoit incident that summer. So
did he like leave and then he came back around that time to try to get?
I think he was already on his way back.
Yeah, he was on his way back. He left and did the whole Fozzy thing. Had to heal up old wounds, get rejuvenated, and come back. And yeah, it's time.
He is the king of constantly like rejuvenating, changing his character, and making everything work. Even though you might not hate it, like Ray cannot stand him, but as far as I'm concerned, he's doing his job.
I like Jericho.
I love Jericho.
He's doing what he's supposed to do. That's how you stay over. And they keep finding a spot for you. So I got no problem with Chris Jericho.
And I like that he leans in. He knows that the fans, like the IWC, can't stand him. So guess what? Hi, buddy. I'm still on TV.
Hi, guys. The learning
I love
tree.
it. I love it, man.
He's doing what he's doing. We should all get I Love Chris Jericho t-shirts.
I'll do it.
John?
Support us on our patreon.com/
All right, well, we have Chris Jericho taking on JBL, and whew, this was a banger right here. JBL, he brought the fight to Chris Jericho. He was whooping that man's ass, and at one point, Jericho ran into the turnbuckle, and he got busted open, and my God, that was a lot of blood. Isn't this the PG era? I ain't seen no black gloves yet.
It hasn't gone fully into it. It's still into the ruthless aggression era, but it's going slowly into the PG. I say another 2 more years. That's when John Cena's taking over, being Super Cena, and everyone's pissed off. And then later on, we leave, and we're like, John, don't leave.
Yeah, John, don't leave for that other show. Stay right here on the It Doesn't Matter podcast.
I know. Not that WCW with the big boys play. I ain't here to play.
John like big boys.
See me on the AEW Gold podcast. I just made that up.
Because we're just all elite.
Hurt Syndicate.
You know.
Shut up.
They got
no
new
spoilers.
One small spoiler. They got these new T-shirts. They got yellow T-shirts. I like yellow T-shirts.
All gold, baby.
Yeah,
That's
gold,
all I gotta
whatever.
say.
Golden rod.
Well,
I'll
this
see it on Max.
Me
Max,
too.
baby.
I've been watching a lot of Max lately. I'll tell you that.
Me
Just
too.
for that reason. I told John that the other day. But all right, well, this match was bloody. Jericho gets all hyped up because he seen blood. And then he took a steel chair when he was outside the ring, and he cracked the hell out of JBL. Ding, ding, ding. He get disqualified. And then he gets on the ring apron. He takes that chair. He just launches at JBL. Then he takes the the cameraman, the rope from the camera, the cord, the cable, and he started choking JBL out. That was the image right there. John,
man.
this is 2008. What year was Daniel Bryan choking out Justin Roberts?
I guess you would call
2010.
Jericho the precursor to this incident.
Wasn't that like 2010 though? For the Nexus?
11.
I mean,
that's
yeah,
when-
Jericho, was trying to choke him out with the AV cable at a weird angle, an angle that would not really actually work, as he was standing on the announce table. But that's a different story. But Daniel Bryan there with the necktie violence, that would be many years later, and talking about the it's very it's not so simple to figure out when the PG era began, but the PG era began once they signed an agreement with Mattel to make toys. So once they stopped making toys with Jakks Pacific and moved to Mattel was the one insistent on a milder product, and their first series was about 09 or 2010. I think we just covered this on a Raw on the head-to-head on the January 4th, 2010. Triple H was introducing the brand new line of action figures, so it was probably 2010 actually. 2009 they were trying to calm it down, as it were.
So they calmed it down for some damn toys.
Mattel is a big deal.
They weren't gonna make no bloody toys.
Listen, man, Mattel's one of the biggest toy companies in the world. If they were to take over this podcast, I'd tone it down.
Everybody knows Jakks Pacific was better than Mattel toys.
It doesn't matter.
Ain't that right, John?
It's all about the dinero.
Jakks Pacific got lazy in their later years. just putting out title belts with every figure, whether it deserved one or not. And as a matter of fact, I was at Target today in Waterford, and if you want to get there really quick, I can tell you what they have in their toy aisle. They had two AEW figures, both Target exclusives. One was Wardlow with the TNT title, and ain't no one spending $20 for that nonsense.
Nope.
And Hangman Adam Page with a world title belt, and ain't no one paying $20 for that either. But on the WWE side, they got the brand new Legends series. They got Bret the Hitman Hart in that all pink attire from WrestleMania 9. Not my favorite style, but I'm always out for a good Bret Hart figure. I like the black bottom.
Yeah.
In real life.
Was that Mattel?
Yes, it's Mattel.
Mattel.
Black bottom, pink top for the Hitman.
With the pink on the side.
And they also have Justin Hawk Bradshaw. Hawk himself. Justin Hawk Bradshaw in the Legends line. And they also had, Hulk Hogan, a Roman Reigns figure. They have Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in a basic big-ass chest and all. They had a Trish Stratus figure. So if you want those figures, head on over to Target in Waterford right now, because their stuff comes in and it leaves. There's also a 3-pack of Evolution. Yeah, Batista, Triple H, and Randy Orton in that special segment where Batista has Randy Orton on the ropes.
They got that? That's dope.
Oh,
Yeah, they got that with Batista with coiffed hair. It's ridiculous.
I gotta
someone
get that.
someone sculpted this hairstyle on Batista. It is a cool
get that
figure
one.
though.
That
It's
Bret
pretty
Hart
cool.
one. That's Ultimate Edition. Mattel. Elite?
It's the premium figure. Yeah, it's
That one will be $25.
yes, it's a little more. Yeah. So them, Justin Hawk.
On eBay, it's $50.
Yeah, it just came out.
Alright.
So who else was it? And they had Dusty Rhodes, an Ultimate Edition Dusty Rhodes.
They got my baby Dustin Rhodes. Dustin Rhodes.
cool
He got
figure.
the Common Man one, or he got the polka dot.
I had to shove 4 other adults out of that aisle so I could take a look at the figures. That's right.
Did they shower? Had any deodorant on?
Yeah, they were looking at something.
Oh.
I don't know.
All right, well, we're about to look at Ashley Mazzaro backstage, and she's knocking on the door of Maria Kanellis and
Rest in peace.
Santino Marella. He opened up the door, and he's talking about Maria can't come to the door, and nobody wants to see her boobies.
I do.
And, yeah. Santino with the mohawk at this time.
Santino.
Santino Marella. But our next match is for your World Heavyweight Championship. We have Rey Mysterio taking on the rated R superstar. Edge, not Cope. Edge. Yes. And then my man Edge, he comes out to the Garden. He has some weak ass pyro. Did you notice that?
Yep.
That shit was
Well,
weak as hell.
I think
Wait.
in the garden they couldn't do a certain amount. That's probably
Pew
why.
pew.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
the entrance was so small, and you really can't do like the big old entrance like they normally do in other arenas.
No sir.
Too damn tight. Well, all right, well, after this, we see Teddy Long coming out there pushing Vicky Guerrero in the wheelchair. You want to tell anyone of y'all want to tell how Vicky ended up in the wheelchair?
I forgot.
Besides Eddie hitting that frog splash on her.
Spent one night
gave
with
her that
Lashley.
He gave her that tequila sunrise.
There you go. And then we see the Edge head pop up. We see Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. I remember one time there was that Mohegan Sun. I met Zack Ryder. I'm like, I don't know who you are. I said, I don't know which one you are.
Wow. So you met the Matt Cardona before he was the indie god.
Yep, I met Matt Cardona walking around Mohegan Sun. I said, hey, Edgehead. I said, I don't know which one you are. Can we take a picture?
You got a picture?
Woo, that's on the old. That might be on like the BlackBerry Storm or some shit. I don't know.
You better find that one.
It's on the Kia Sarah.
It might be on Kia, might be on Nokia, might be on
The Sony Ericsson.
Boost. Never know.
Might be on a sidekick.
Nextel.
It might be. I don't know.
Where you at?
We was chirping. We was chirping. All right. Well, Rey Mysterio, he comes out with the gladiator helmet, and he out there looking like a dummy at this time because 2008. You know, you got the.
What are the odds? We're watching Rey Mysterio come out with a gladiator helmet and back on another fucking
Paramount.
streaming site. Yep.
Yep, Paramount
Gladiator.
Gladiator just came out.
Just came out.
Well, anyways,
Not interested.
Cheap plug.
they were in New York City. Mysterio, he's the good guy, and he got booed. They weren't feeling Rey Mysterio this time, and
New York.
they was cheering Edge. They
In
loved
New
Edge.
York, we don't like the good guys. We like the bad guys. Forget about it.
This isn't the first time Rey Mysterio got booed at the Royal Rumble. Remember Philadelphia? Another
Yep.
hostile Royal Rumble crowd.
Because we did not want to see Rey Mysterio come on. We wanted Mr.
That's who you
Yes.
wanted? You don't want Rey
Fandango.
Mysterio win?
For the audio, that we wanted Brian Danielson, a.k.a. Brian. Daniel Bryan. See? Concussions, man. Concussions.
Brian Daniel.
Concussions.
Oh, man.
See?
Yep.
Told you, Adam Lee. Concussions.
Chicago, Philadelphia, New York.
Harvey.
They all love heels. So they was cheering Edge this match, and Edge is kicking off the match using his size advantage against Rey Mysterio. But Rey Mysterio, he's so fast that he countered, and all the fans booed. I was like, oh, wow, all right, this is crazy for 2008. I didn't expect that. Then we see the Edge has getting ready to attack Rey Mysterio, but good old Mickey Henson, Mickey J from WCW, the official, he threw them guys out. And then, yeah, before we get to the finish, it's just crazy seeing how Rey Mysterio with the big baggy pants in 2008, because that was a style back then in 2008. And then you see how he elevates to, you know, today in modern, regular fit type clothing.
He is like Jericho. He's just a little bit slower behind the times. But he wore those kind of chaps like Shawn Michaels did to hide his skinny ass legs. He had to create the illusion that he was a bigger dude.
That's why he wore knee pads, the knee brace, whatever.
Yeah, I think Dominic Mysterio said back in the day when he wasn't a heel that he told us that, yo, take those damn things off and it'll slow you down. So when he came back in recent times, you don't see no knee braces. You don't see those baggy pants.
Now he walk out there
moving
like he high. I don't know if you've seen Rey Mysterio lately. That man just be gliding through like nothing. Like, oh my God, like, are you good?
He's got those Mexican stem cells, and that's not a joke.
Oh.
Not approved in the U.S., but down in Mexico, he has those stem cell injections, and that's what he claims is giving him longevity in the ring.
He's still young, though. He's not even 50 yet, is he?
Yeah, he's like 52.
Is
If
he?
you were wrestling in 1995 and you're still wrestling today, you old, Jeff Jarrett.
Check out Rey Mysterio on A&E.
Nah.
No.
That's a good
Angie,
That's a good
tell me
biography.
what I said. He called me fat.
Good biography. All right, well, the finish of the match, Rey Mysterio hits a 619 on Vicky Guerrero. She hopped out the wheelchair to protect her man. And Rey, what are you doing? What are you doing? He gets in the ring. Edge hits him with the spear. Vicky sacrifices herself. Edge gets the win, retains his title. And then while Vicky Guerrero's laid out on the floor, when Rey Mysterio kicked her in the back of the neck, she's holding her throat. Not sure if y'all peeped that.
I saw that.
And good old Michael Cole said, that's what happens. Love hurts. Happy Valentine's Day, fellas. Love hurts. That was it. What do you guys think about this match right here?
Not one of their better matches. I feel like they've had better ones before. I mean, I don't know. It something was off to me for some reason. I'm used to seeing Edge like. I don't know. I can't really explain it, brother. Something for me was off.
It felt like they were just going through the motions.
Yeah.
I mean, they've wrestled each other numerous times, and it's just here's just another one. It was all right. It was there. It didn't stink up the joint, and it didn't light the place on fire. It was just there, and that's okay. Sometimes that's okay, because the polar opposite of this would be the very next match.
Oh yeah.
Well, before we get to the next match, we see the Nature Boy Ric Flair backstage, and we see Mr. Kennedy. And he's backstage, and he's applauding that Nature Boy, and he stopped what he was saying because Shawn Michaels came in there, interrupted him. I was curious to see what Kennedy was going to say. But after Shawn Michaels came in the room, we seen the Animal Batista, and we see Triple H. And Triple H had that ugly ass shirt what Platinum had back in the day. That old King of Kings Skull brown T-shirt. That shit was terrible. But they're all in it, and they said, "May the best man win."
Yeah. May the best man win.
That's it.
And you know who the best man is?
One of them three.
It is Shawn Michaels at WWE, bro.
Yep. Advertising that other ugly ass shirt with Shawn Michaels had.
I never had a Shawn Michaels
Big ass
in my
angel
life.
wing and jeez.
I'm such a Bret Hart fan. No, thank you.
I'll tell you what, those 2008 to like 2010 shirts, they were trash.
Yes.
The only hot shirt they had was that Orton shirt with the gas mask and the skulls. That shit was fire.
That was, I think, 2012 when that came
Is it that?
out. That's when I think that's when he became the insane voices. Because this isn't skinny. No, he is skinny around this time, but doesn't have the voices in his head just yet.
I would guess that shirt's already came out.
You think so? The gas mask?
So. Yeah.
I could have sworn.
Because it didn't match any game. It's like, why is there a fucking gas mask on Randy Orton's shit? That was a style back then, man.
I think I had that one before too. Maybe.
I got a TNA T-shirt. It's really Hernandez's T-shirt, and has a white lettering over the top. It says "Nada es imposible," and it has a giant skull. You know, it's hard to define or see it, but it's a giant skull. And, you know, it just looks kind of cool, but it's so dated because it's such an old design, an Affliction design. Oh, and those guys are running the roost of fandom when everyone was an MMA fighter wannabe from JCPenney.
I actually had the Brock Lesnar T-shirt, the Brock Lesnar guy T-shirt. I had that at one point.
Always wanted, when he first won his UFC fight, it's like, all right, let's get on the Death Clutch bandwagon here. Yep.
Man, I'm looking up that Randy Orton shirt right now. I had that shirt. I need to get that back.
Me too.
The gas mask, and it says Age of Orton.
Copyright.
Matter of fact, John, you could tell me, didn't he show up in Triple H's house with the gas mask on? Or something like that? Or something?
No, I think he did. Yeah, he did wear it.
He had the gas mask on. That's why they came up with the shirt.
No. I think they're unrelated. He did that. I think he did that during the Wyatt feud, didn't he?
That's later though. But nah, I don't know how this shirt came up, but it was a dope ass shirt though. I ain't gonna lie.
Let's do a 1 hour episode on Randy Orton's gas mask T-shirt.
All right. Well, after this, Maria Kanellis, she's out in the ring, and we have the Royal Rumble kiss cam. It was, they do that during live shows. You see every now and then. Did you guys see that dude, the second dude they show kissing the girl? He tried to cop a feel on the chick, and she smacked his hand right quick.
I saw that.
That was pretty funny.
That reminds me of the same thing that happened during a baseball game. I think it was a Boston Red Sox game too. I'm watching. It's a nice family night. Literally, as they say that, I was like, "Oh, jeez."
I like the little boy death staring the camera. You know that one.
I know that one. The whole time. And somebody else, and boom.
When Maria comes out, she's doing her ring announcer bit from the house show, and
yeah,
I know it's a mouthful for Maria. She's coming out. She's like, "Hey, how's all you stars and studs in New York City?" It's just, you say "ladies and gentlemen" too many times. You come up with stars and studs, and it just doesn't go.
It doesn't hit.
Yes. Well, after this, Ashley, how you say it? Mazzaro? That's her last name. Ashley Mazzaro. She comes out and says, "Maria, Hugh Hefner wants you to pose for Playboy." And at this time, I forgot that she posed for Playboy. I had to Google it right quick.
Ashley?
Maria.
Oh, I didn't forget.
I forgot about that. I know Ashley did. But after this, Santina Marella comes out with somebody under black sheet, or whatever you want to call it. And Santina said, "No one wants to see Maria with no clothes on. Nobody wants to see her boobies." And he's talking shit about all the New York teams and saying the Giants is just one big giant choker and all this other stuff like that. And then since people want to see Maria's boobies, he has a surprise for everybody. So under the towel or sheet, whatever you want to call it, it was Big Dick Johnson with the 19-0 draws on and the Patriot Tom Brady jersey and the Patriot paint on his stomach. And
man.
Oh my God, it was.
As soon as I saw that, we lost the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they went undefeated and lost in the Super Bowl. That's crazy.
Goddamn Giants.
Strap, you were a TNA guy. I was looking at some stuff, some research. Didn't Big Dick Johnson have a match with Maria on TNA? But he was called something else?
I mean, Maria wouldn't be in TNA for many, many, many years later. So if they did do something then, you got me. It wasn't my time. I watched TNA when it was still good. So that time is not now. Maybe. I don't know.
Time's not now? It will be a little later. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But Johnson Paws wasn't he a WWE writer backstage, and they just used him for this gimmick every now and then to piss off Vince? Because this isn't the first time they used Johnson. There was something where they put him out there and he just put baby oil all over himself, and he was ruining somebody's outfit or something, and Vince, ha 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 ha, I love this good shit.
He learned it from Diddy.
Oh jeez. Well,
Vince and Diddy, baby oil.
yeah.
Man, I got the same bottle of baby oil in the bathroom cabinet since I was a baby myself. How come P. Diddy has a shelf full still?
Was that Johnson & Johnson?
And he ran out.
Big Dick Johnson.
This is before they were incorporated. Like when they were the Johnsons.
This episode's all over the place. We can talk about baby powder and baby lotion, all that shit. It
Things
doesn't
you
matter.
can find at Target in Waterford.
Yes.
If they don't close down.
They won't.
All right, well, our next match is for the WWE Championship. We have the charismatic Enigma, the Intercontinental Champion. We have Jeff Hardy taking on the Viper. I'm not sure he was the Viper at the time, but he definitely was the legend killer, Randy Orton. And you know what? I was never a fan of that Intercontinental Championship, but that belt, that suits Jeff Hardy right there. That's Jeff Hardy's Intercontinental title right there. It looked good on him.
Yeah, I agree.
And we get a young Randy Orton, the shaved head, barely any tattoos, no skulls. He's still clean. He's that skinny, fat Randy Orton. He's not chiseled like how he is now. But I enjoyed this match right here. It was a great match. And the finish of the match, we see one of the greatest RKOs. One of the greatest RKOs. Jeff Hardy goes for the twist of fate. Randy Orton counters. Boom. Clean.
Yeah, I gotta say, these two guys, instant chemistry, man. You put these two together in a match, and I have not seen a bad match with these two guys. It's just like Randy and Jeff seem to just like turn up the knob, and they're like, all right, let's make this even more memorable than the other one. And this is so young in their careers, and I don't think Jeff was champion just yet. He was close to being it. I believe he might have left the company for a little bit, and then he came back, and that's when they put the title on him, and he would beat Edge and Hunter about a year and a half later on Armageddon, which we got to discuss one day.
He didn't brag about it like Chris Jericho. He beat Triple H and Edge in the same night. Don't have the same ring.
No, but you got to think about it. Jericho did beat the two most famous stars of the Attitude Era in one night. Because if you look at that tournament, no one was calling for Jericho to win that. You're like, Jericho? What?
You know, the Macho Man outlasted 32 men to win the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 4. No, he didn't. He had like 4 matches.
Yeah.
But there's 32 guys in that tournament, though.
Yep.
Sure.
But Jeff definitely got himself over that he even got a standing ovation after the match. So,
I mean, this is one of those world title matches where the build was so hot. You know, this is like, oh, they just picked this match to be the world title match for this year, and the build up eclipsed the Rumble itself. Everyone wanted to see Jeff Hardy. They were so hot for Jeff Hardy, and it didn't seem like it didn't come across that way in the video package or even during his entrance. But that's what it was. Jeff Hardy was beyond flaming hot Cheetos for this matchup. And fortunately, they delivered. Randy Orton, he's going for that twist of fate, and Randy Orton turned it into, one of the best RKO finishes he's ever done up until that time, and maybe forever. And it was just kind of a big sad, and then to know what happened to come, he would. Maybe you just look at Jeff Hardy's eyes. Maybe he knew. Maybe Vince knew that he would drop the Intercontinental title to, I think Jericho, in the coming weeks, and then he would get suspended. He would not make WrestleMania that year. He would come back, and then he would get his renewed push, his proper push for the World Heavyweight title. So that was Jeff Hardy, and you can see why he would be, the number one merch seller for 2008 or 2009.
Yeah.
But it was a very hot program. Definitely, right up there, co-headlining. Unlike the Edge and Ray match for the title, this match for the WWE title, side by side with the Royal Rumble match as things to watch on this show.
Definitely.
It does matter. Boom. All right, well, after this, we see Taz and Joey Styles on commentary talking about the Royal Rumble match.
Brother.
What are they doing all
Joey
show?
Styles, man? Like, didn't Joey Styles didn't he become like a GM at one point too?
Yeah, he had at the end of everything, he had a sour taste from whatever happened with WWE, and he wants nothing to do with the wrestling business, unfortunately. I mean, it would be nice to get him just one more time, maybe doing something. Especially, I know Taz would try to convince him to do something with him in AEW, but if you don't want to do it, don't force the hand, man. You just nothing you could do. But like in the wrestling business, never say never.
I want him on this show. I want to find his contact information.
Good luck with that.
And have him on the show. He'd have nothing. This man has no social media, nothing. I've been looking.
If you could pull that off, Dom,
I've been looking.
I'll pay for your Blue Chew.
I don't need Blue Chew. I ain't got that problem. Hey.
Joey Styles was a victim of cancel culture in pro wrestling, and
aren't you sick of that sugar?
Yeah, I mean, He was. I forget. I don't know. I really don't know exactly what happened, but I know that's what happened. He was like a special announcer, commentator for. It might have been Evolve or some other group, and he said something innocently enough, maybe, depending on what he said. Excuse me. And that's what happened. That was his last time in the spotlight.
Terrible.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's Royal Rumble time. We are in Madison Square Garden. Big fight field right here. You know it's a big fight field. We got Michael Buffer as the ring announcer.
Oh, man.
And we've never seen Michael Buffer inside the WWE room before.
Never.
Never.
You know how many
All right.
terrible WCW matches he's called? Holy smokes.
Well, our number one entrant for the Royal Rumble is The Undertaker, and the fans are hot. They are lit. They are
yes.
chanting Undertaker. And then our number two guy, who should be one and two should be still considered one.
Hey.
That's a whole nother story.
Not counting.
Michael Buffer didn't even say his name. He just said the Heartbreak Kid. HBK, the Heartbreak Kid. I'm like, wait, Shawn Michaels, bro.
Vintage
Hey,
Michael
he gets
Buffer.
paid by the Michael Buffer gets paid by the word. You know that, right?
I did hear that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did hear that.
No, like there were stories from the Hitman Bret Hart that, they blamed it on WCW BS, but he had stories about Michael Buffer just always saying his name wrong. For example, we all know how you would announce
Hitman, Bret Hart.
the
Bret.
the Hitman, Bret. Where's the heart? You do weird shit like that. It's like it was true. It really happened. Wearing the purple and black. The what? So Michael Buffer and his brother Bruce Buffer, they have biographies, and it's like I don't know how good that biography is going to be, but I mean, I'm
Bruce is
somewhat
animated,
interested.
Bruce is animated in UFC. I'll tell you that now.
I used to hate
man.
Bruce. I used to hate Bruce, but I like his style now.
I love Bruce, man. It's time.
I copy.
Fighting out in the red corner.
It's
Man,
time.
if you could get Bruce down, that's not gonna happen. Not enough TKO.
Tell us how he busted his leg.
I heard Bruce got into a fight with a UFC fighter.
Did he win?
Almost.
Michael Chandler.
It was Dana White talks about it. I guess Bruce and some UFC fighter got into an argument in the elevator. By the time they got to the
Bruce.
hot up, he was like, "All right, cut it out."
Bruce, who hurt you? Who hurt you? Michael. I can't do it for free.
That's probably how he is too. Hell yeah.
Said he was aloof.
Oof. All right, well, the number one and number two entrant is the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, and The Undertaker. And last year in the Royal Rumble, these two finished the Royal Rumble. Now this year, they're kicking off the Royal Rumble. And
Oh, yeah.
ding, ding, the match starts. And I always love
Ding.
this style of The Undertaker, the UFC style. He come up, he's squaring up, he's ready to fight. And them guys, they're going back and forth. Then the number three entrant comes in. It's Santino Marella. He comes to the ring, and then Shawn Michaels hit him some sweet chin music, and then Undertaker, he tosses that ass out. Now we go back to Taker and Shawn Michaels again. Guys are going back and forth again. Taker's going for old school. Shawn counters, which I never see. I said it numerous times. How come a lot of guys didn't do that? How come guys didn't just pull Taker off the top rope?
They're paralyzed in
better.
fear.
Well, speaking of fear, number 4, we get the Great Khali. The Undertaker brings it to Khali. Khali goes for a chop, doing what he can. The fan is chanting, "You can't wrestle." Well, you already know what happened. Khali goes for the chop. He misses, and the Undertaker eliminates him. Number 5, John's favorite, Hardcore Holly.
Fans, get your popcorn ready.
Homeboy needs a haircut. Hardcore Holly.
My next note, number 6, John Morrison.
Come on. I thought Hardcore Holly was gone at this point because the last thing he did was get turned on by the American Nightmare, and then Legacy was born. So I guess it happened.
No, not
No,
yet.
no,
Not yet.
they were still
Not yet.
tag team champions at this time.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah, they were
Yes.
still tag champs.
Teddy doesn't
Correct.
make his appearance yet.
Yeah. So that happened later this year.
Later, yeah,
Yes.
later.
Thanks a lot, guys. All right, I'm out of here.
Number 6,
Jesus.
John Morrison.
Oh,
Number 7,
fucking
Tommy
weirdo.
Dreamer, representing ECW.
Oh, come on. Tommy Dreamer, man, he got a huge pop coming out
Yeah,
there.
he did.
And
Guys,
you know what? It wanted me. There's sometimes I see a guy, and any of these wrestlers, you see a clip of them, you see a picture, a photo, whatever, and it reminds you of something, And when Tommy Dreamer, I saw him here, I was like, oh man, you know what? And who's in the ring, right? Let's rekindle that great feud from 2002, the summer of 2002. One of my favorite versions of The Undertaker, Booger Red,
Booger Red.
Tommy Dreamer, and The Undertaker.
Didn't they have like a hardcore match that was nuts?
Yeah, Tommy Dreamer ate,
Drink.
drank, and swallowed Undertaker's
Dip.
chewing tobacco spit. He said that's the most disgusting thing he's ever.
That wasn't
in his
hardcore.
life.
Undertaker almost broke
That's-
kayfabe right there.
Oh my god!
So I wanted to go check out the toy vault at the Crystal Mall in Waterford, Connecticut, 06385.
I gotta see Taker's reaction during that because there's no way.
Uh-oh. Come on over. Let's watch it together.
No.
Same street.
Man, here, walk up the hill. Question. Who was the ECW champion at the time?
Well, they would say it many times. They would beat it down your head later in the Rumble, but Chavo Guerrero just won it from CM Punk the previous Tuesday.
What if an ECW guy won the Royal Rumble?
Well, the
Or no,
previous year,
I take that back. What if somebody chose the ECW champion for the main event for WrestleMania?
they
That's
teased
how you
that
could've
the
put
previous
ECW over.
year with Undertaker and Lashley. That was somewhat legitimate.
That would be good too.
Not this year.
No.
John
Undertaker.
Cena challenges Chavo Guerrero.
No.
Undertaker chose Batista.
ECW. Huh?
Batista, yep.
Yeah, because it could have happened because Lashley was the ECW champ at the time. But yeah, they could have went that route and could have put ECW on the map, but they didn't do that route.
With
I wasn't
Chavo
gonna do that.
and Bam Neely.
Bam! All right, well, number 8, we have the Animal Batista. And then he gets in the ring, and we get a stare down between Batista and Undertaker because at WrestleMania 23, that was your main event in Detroit City, home of the loser Lions. And next thing you know, while we get that stare down, we see Tommy Dreamer, and he gonna interfere, and he get his ass eliminated.
Dummy.
Terrible, dummy.
Stuber.
Yeah.
Number 9, Hornswoggle. He comes out to the ring, he crawls under the ring. That's it.
There's a Lena Vega spot now.
Number 10, I heard this music. I didn't know who the hell it was. It was Chuck Palumbo.
Me neither.
And you know what? Chuck Palumbo, he had a great look to him. I always thought,
They didn't even
But what
show his entrance, yo.
what happened to him? What happened to Chuck?
He's a chiropractor now, I think.
He's from Providence, Rhode Island.
Is he?
Really?
That's right. And just looking at that guy and him being in the ring, and he just started a storyline where this can only end well. He was a wife beater. He's beating up Tori Wilson and Jamie Noel. They talked about this in the match. Jamie Noel came to her aid, and Chuck Palumbo beat the shit out of Jamie Noel some more.
Talking about he beat up Billy, his wife. That's his wife.
Stop trying to fuck me up, Dom. Billy Kidman?
No,
Billy who?
Gunn.
Gone.
Billy Gunn.
All right, so
I knew where he was going to. I knew that's where you're going to, you
Man, like-
jerk.
Hey, they got married on SmackDown.
I don't like it one bit. They did not get married on SmackDown.
No, they did not get married.
Well, it was close.
You know what's close?
Dom.
Me pressing the end this call button.
You can't do that because we still got 19 more guys to go. Playa.
But anyway,
All
Chuck
right.
Palumbo, custom Chuck E. T. That's who he was, custom Chuck E. T. And this would be it. This would be his last gimmick of all gimmicks from the Alliance to now. He would just be done with wrestling, and he's a decent hand, but he just couldn't find a permanent footing in professional wrestling.
Damn. So he was there since 2000, 2001 for sure, to 2008. So he had a good little run.
Name me another guy who was in the New Blood and the Full Blooded Italians.
That's
Johnny
true.
Stamboli.
This is true.
Yeah.
Well, our next guy, he's another WCW guy, and he was what's his name? Young Dragon. He was a Young Dragon. Now he's the redneck. We got Jamie Noble at number 11.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. We gonna get it. We gonna win this Royal Rumble. Yeah.
Yeah, my man ribs all taped up. Then he get eliminated by Palumbo, just like John said.
It's the redneck messiah, Jamie by God Noble, former Ring of Honor world champion.
That's what you get for sticking your nose in my business, boy.
And
He got fired
number
for
12. Go ahead.
shooting
go
up steroids in his butt.
ahead. Ooh. Number 12, CM Punk.
And he's still there.
Yeah.
He came back.
CM Punk. A young CM Punk
Yeah.
going
Long
toe to toe with his superhero, The Undertaker.
Yes, he comes in hot, and Taker hits him with a stiff-ass clothesline. Woo. And after that, CM Punk eliminated Chuck Palumbo.
Adios.
Number 13, we have a young Cody Rhodes. He comes in a ball of fire, trying to help out his tag team partner, tag team champ, Hardcore Holly, from getting eliminated. He does that. Cody looks so different right here. The music sucks. Still look the same, but oof.
He had a little tussle with CM Punk.
You can tell
Eventually,
he's still trying to find himself at this point.
It's crazy. When he was with Legacy, him, Randy, and Ted DiBiase, everybody thought Cody was the one to get fired.
Yeah.
yeah.
Everybody thought that.
And Teddy was the one that screwed up and left. Well, not left, but he didn't have the.
Teddy's the one that screwed up and stealing money from people.
Well, he would do that after his wrestling career.
Still, he's still fucked up. Priceless.
It's like, how do you have no chemistry with Maurice? Because she was taken. That's why. That's not fair for good old Mr. Ted Jr. But yeah,
Wait, he was messing around with Maurice?
on TV.
Oh.
So they gave Ted DiBiase Maurice. They're like, what is Maurice? Your Virgil? And then they gave him the real Virgil for a little bit. And his last run was around 2013. And he would go to the parking lots of the arenas, social media, just like good old Zack Ryder was with the DiBiase posse. It wouldn't last, and he would get fired.
Yep.
And end his career. No, he was done after that.
Yeah, so all right. Well, number 14, we have Umenga. He came in hot.
Man.
Samoan Spike, Hardcore Holly, and Holly got eliminated.
Oof.
Number 15, we have the guy with all them Hershey kisses on his teeth, Snitsky. It wasn't my fault.
Who got those weirdos on Raw? It's like actually he came back on ECW that way.
That was terrible. That man needed to see Isaac Yankem.
Oh, jeez.
Number 16, we got The Miz, the chick magnet.
Well, we know who the real Divas champion was back then.
That was the other figure at Target, The Miz.
Oh.
In the WrestleMania 27 attire.
Ooh. Does it have the complimentary
Concussion?
partner of his?
No A-Rai.
I mean, wasted talent. Wasted talent. I
Say
thought
it
he
to
was
his
going to be
face.
somebody.
He was
But
good.
yeah,
He was good.
they did say it to his face, and he didn't do nothing. Because, yeah, guess what? Yeah, SAWFT. Soft.
NXT reference.
Tag.
All right.
More clip.
Number 17, we have the gold standard. We have Shelton Benjamin. Shelton came in
Oh.
early, showing off his high spots.
Man.
He did the damn
the
thing,
gold,
and
the
then
gold standard. Yes.
then again, fucking get his head super kicked, and Shawn eliminates him. Oh my goodness!
Why?
Damn.
Oh, why?
Shelton had the Kofi spot. That's what it was. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah, Kofi wasn't in.
No, not yet.
Nah,
in
it's
there
2010.
So,
Man.
same color, different guy.
Yeah.
Same thing.
They
Well-
hurt people.
The gold standard is hurting people, and the gold standard has gold. All right. Number 18.
Spoiler alert.
It ain't spoiled because it already happened.
I know.
On this show, buddy,
Number 18.
Tuesdays.
Superfly Snooker.
I get it, the nostalgia, but
Yes, he's back in the garden. Like you said, nostalgia.
not.
But you know what? Superfly didn't look like himself. He didn't look like that killer that he was back in the day.
They actually dubbed this on the Peacock. On Peacock, they dubbed it over. He actually came out to a Rihanna song. I don't want to be a murderer.
Superfly was just going through the motions this time frame, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, here he was.
What are we
Superfly.
recording? What are we recording?
It was interesting, Superfly coming out, and it was all right. And then the next guy, we would know why he was out there.
Number 19, we have the hot rod, Roddy Piper, and Piper comes out with the big belly and the black trunks with the compression shorts, and him and Snooker, they just staring at each other, and them two go at it. Fun little rivalry. It'd been funny if Piper had a coconut and smacked him in the head one more time for elimination.
That would have been great.
But it didn't happen.
You know, I did not realize that was a real coconut he smashed over his head.
Hell yeah, that shit was legit.
Like, he literally took a coconut and just went whack. I thought that was gimmick. They're like, nope. I was like, oh, shoot.
What's the best way to get rid of these two Hall of Famers? The same way at WrestleMania when this guy came out to eliminate another Hall of Famer. He got rid of Mr. T at the Hall of Fame ceremony. Kane comes out. He eliminates both Hall of Famers right now, Roddy Piper and Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Okay.
That's how you do it.
Jimmy's left leg really didn't want to leave the ring.
No.
Kind of got a little caught up there.
Come on, brother. Come on, brother. I'm not going over. No, you are.
Number 21, Carlito comes out. You spin the face of people that are not cool. You spin the face of your WWE champ, Cody Rhodes. Hot two. And then number 22, John's favorite boy, Mick Foley, comes out in the garden, and the place is hot for Foley. I'm like, oh, this dude ain't got another chance. He can't win. He can't win the big one. I've been saying that shit for years. But Foley, my God, how he wrestled in the thermal, flannel, T-shirt, tank top, sweats.
It's like me getting off of work.
Seriously, this man he's dressed like for the Connecticut weather right now. That shit crazy.
I mean, he's from New York, so he knows the area. Hey, how do you save on tights and money? Go to Walmart. $5 pants, $10 T-shirt.
What costs more, shipping your suitcase or just going to your local Walmart?
Oh, it's too
Literally.
hot. Let me just take this off right quick. It's too hot.
There you go.
Oh,
$5.
man. He probably borrowed somebody's tape, too. He ain't paying for that. Take my hand right quick.
You know that that game where someone takes like a paper clip and they keep trading it and trading it and trading it until they get something more worthwhile.
Yeah.
It can be done if you're dedicated and that's what you want to do. You can probably get really far with that, and that's what Mick Foley was.
It's
I've
possible.
heard people doing that in real life. Shocking, too. I'm like, how the hell you do that?
Sell me this pen.
Oh.
Want to see a pencil trick? Anyway,
Number 23, Mr. Kennedy. You want to talk about a guy with so much potential? Mr. Kennedy, that was the guy right there. But that damn wellness policy, he fucked up. And
made a wrong call.
Get to the next spot. So
he only messed up because he lied trying to protect the company, which is a different life lesson saying, don't worry about the company. They only care about themselves. Worry about yourself. He's like, I never received it. Trying to be a company guy. Nope. Yes, I did. That's how
he was supposed to be the bastard son of Vince McMahon, but look, they made it to the Hornswoggle.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Kennedy McMahon.
A guy who had a better run in TNA, but right now, he's still worse for wear, man. That's not good.
It's sad, man. He'd never reach his full potential, in my opinion.
Did he reach his potential in TNA?
Not to the fullest.
Well,
I know
all the
he was
ex-WWE guys did.
he was a TNA champion, but I just felt like something was just not there.
You,
So,
you know who he trained?
Davari.
It's Tiffy time.
Oh,
Really?
boy.
Yep, he traded Tiffany Stratton.
okay, so
Wow.
I guess your talents went further than they need. So I respect that. That's a bonus.
Speaking of bonus, number 24, we have Big Daddy V coming into the ring.
Why?
Because he was a monster on ECW, that's why.
Was that his last gimmick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Big Daddy V. Was he humping everybody at that time?
Nah, that was Mabel. Or
Oh, jeez.
Viscera.
The world's largest love machine.
Yes.
Viscera.
That's
When he was in love with Lillian.
Heck yeah.
I used his theme song for many Garter, Bouquet Garter Toss songs.
You play a little Barry White?
No, I played the world's largest love machine, Viscera, but minus him saying that.
Oh man.
You think it every time, though, huh?
I do. If anyone else does, they catch up on it. They never did.
Oh, man. All right, well, after this, we see The Undertaker eliminate Snitsky. Then after Undertaker eliminates Snitsky, he gets eliminated by the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, while HBK is looking at Undertaker staring him down. Ken Kennedy, he eliminates Shawn Michaels. Taker is pissed off. He takes out Snitsky with his weak-ass leg drop on the announce table, and the table somewhat broke.
No one was even looking at him, and he's still doing it anyway. He's like, I want my spot. I want my spot. It's like no one cared at that point. You're gone. You're out. No one gave a shit.
Did Taker and Shawn have their first match that year, or was it the year after?
No, because this is the year Shawn Michaels put that old yellow pow out to pasture.
Yeah,
But-
24.
The year
Who,
after that.
who did Taker fight at 24? Edge?
Yeah.
Who does?
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later.
Nearly killed someone in the top row. It's Pyro, that is.
Yeah. All right.
I'd,
Well,
I'd want to kill somebody too.
you want to kill somebody? Number 25, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, comes in,
I'm not killing him.
and Hornswoggle, he eliminates the Miz. But
Hogan Sid Justice style.
Did he enter the Hall of Pain at that time? Was he
nah,
still
not yet. Still not yet.
Damn.
It's
So
still
far
too early.
away.
Yep. But Hornswoggle come up from under the ring. He grabs the Miz's hand. He pulls him down, eliminates the Miz, and he hides back under his little ring. Number 26, you have the ECW champion. We have Chavo Guerrero. At this time, Kane eliminates John Morrison. John Morrison in this match looked like a young Shawn Michaels. They had the stamina, the look.
Yeah. He didn't have the charisma that he
Nah,
got.
that was it.
John Morrison's a fucking weirdo.
You
Something
like
about him,
John?
man. He was missing the charisma. That was it.
John
He never
Morrison's
really-
a fucking weirdo.
All right, well, after this, Hornswoggle comes back out. He's trying to grab Mark Henry's wrist. Fool.
Stupid.
Mark Henry grabs him, lifts him over the top rope, and then him and Big Daddy V, Mark Henry and Big Daddy V is staring at Hornswoggle. They about to have lunch, sushi, whatever you want to call it. And Finley comes out of nowhere. Finley's supposed to be your number 27 guy. He comes out with a shillelagh. He starts whacking everybody. He saves him. Finley gets disqualified, and him and Hornswoggle, they leave to the back.
So Horny never gets eliminated.
Nope.
So he's still in the Rumble.
Horny
He got
still in the Rumble,
disqualified.
Was it like Zack Ryder? No, Finley got disqualified. Not Horny.
How the hell you get disqualified from it's
Using
WWE.
weapons.
WWE always makes no sense.
Number 28, Elijah Burke. He comes out.
Beast.
And
My
then,
time.
and then Chavo Guerrero, he eliminates CM Punk.
Wow.
Well, we know who number 29 is. Number 29 is the King of Kings, is Triple H, and he comes in the ring hot. He eliminates Cody like nothing. He eliminates Big Daddy V like nothing. He threw Mick Foley into Elijah Burke, and they both got eliminated. Double elimination right there. All right, number 30. Everybody want to know, who the hell is number 30? Who is 30?
Woo.
You
You
hear
got
the
it clipped
horns?
You got it, Dom? You got it set up?
No, actually, I don't today. I don't have it today. You hear the horn?
Wow.
I wasn't even thinking about it.
You want me to look for it? Let me look for it.
I can look for it.
I'll get to the song for you.
It's
So I'm
real.
play the song on the Bluetooth and then do the promo. All right, go.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm looking for it. Sorry, fans, because someone is a dummy.
I got it.
He's
got
the
it.
producer. He's a busy guy right now. I'm
I got
copying and pasting all these notes. What was this, like cassette?
8 tracks. Yes. Fucking horns went off. This guy came out in Madison Square Garden. This guy, he is a Boston native, and he's getting cheered in New York City. We don't, well, I'm not a New Yorker, but New Yorkers do not like people from Boston, but they like this guy making his return. John, tell us, where the hell was John Cena? He was injured at this time, but he is back early. What happened to him?
Check. What happened to him?
Because of
Okay, he got injured. He got injured
Forest Pack.
right before No Mercy. So September, October of the previous year, tricep pectoral issue, and he had to forfeit the title, and the title was up for grabs with between Triple H, Randy Orton, and Umaga, and Triple H eventually won that series, I believe, or Randy Orton, one of those guys. But I remember it was a very memorable night for different reasons. But John Cena was out of the picture, so him showing up here was a genuine, total surprise. And if you notice, there was a huge pop, no doubt, but the pop got even poppier once they saw his face, because he hit his face. It could have been anybody, really. It could have been anybody. Not really, but until he showed his face and the whole crowd, because there's no Titantrons there, as you notice. I mean, there was one, but it really wasn't that good. It was only showing part of the arena. So until the fans in the arena saw his whole face, they saved their pop. Yeah.
We didn't see him.
You being in the building, you didn't
Yeah.
see him. We seen this fool walk out, do the little Men in Black.
Yeah. You still didn't see his face. You still didn't see his
We
face.
know who he was. Ain't no motherfucker that big like that.
Could have
Looking like
been.
that.
It could have
Could've
been.
Could have been who?
It could have been a rib.
Hey, you know when Kevin Owens came out as Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, he looked pretty good, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, Lord. What if it was
I
him?
remember-
Here comes Evan Bourne as John Cena.
Oh, my God. That'd have killed me.
Dolph
remember-
Ziggler.
Dom, I remember being at your house at this time. This is 08.
I don't remember this. I don't remember this show.
Are you serious?
No, because I never seen the show. I don't think I ordered this one. I didn't order pay-per-views back in, not this time. Not in 08.
Oh, I did. I ordered.
No, because I knew what happened, but I don't remember the undercard and all that stuff like that.
Man, I just remember watching this. I said, "Are you kidding me? Like, he's back?" Oh
Yeah.
my!
I didn't order every month, and yeah,
I know
You
we
didn't
ordered
order your
pay-per-view.
favorite pay-per-view of all time?
it was my favorite pay-per-view at the time. Rumble was.
Oh, yeah? You like No Way Out?
Mania was because
Gee, great second choice. First choice, Dom. What's your other choice? No Surrender? Bound for Glory?
SummerSlam, fool.
Bullshit.
He likes Survivor Series. He likes all those multi-mans.
I like
all the baby oil
I like
everywhere.
man.
He
Nah,
likes
but
men
nah,
everywhere.
I like Bash at the Beach.
I did, but not at the time. I didn't order every single month. I knew WrestleMania was approaching, and I'm not sure if we watched that at Platino's house or my house or somebody had some.
We had
Metro
technical
Ca-
issues.
We had
something.
issues with at WrestleMania 24. So it was definitely some issues.
It
Yeah,
was
we had to
raining
watch
down in
that.
Florida.
We had to watch that in delay. I was so mad.
Yeah, it was so bad. Like we all ordered it, and the shit did not play.
No.
So we had to rewatch it on Tuesday. That's how tight we were. So yeah. But all right, the crowd is live for John Cena. He gets in the ring. He tosses out Carlito. He tosses out Mark Henry, and Chavo Guerrero. And then Kane and Cena and Triple H, they stare down at each other, and then they start bringing the heat. They bring the heat, and after this, Batista healing Mr. Kennedy. Batista and Triple H, they eliminate Kane, Umaga. And then we get the final three. We have Cena, we have Batista, and we have Triple H. Batista, he's smiling. I love Batista at this time. He's smiling. He has the thumbs up. The smile goes away. Thumbs down. Cena looking at both these fools. You can't see me. Triple H points to the right. He points to the left. Tells both them fools to suck it. And then it's showtime.
Yep.
All three of them, they banging out with each other right now. Then after that, Triple H, he eliminates Batista. Now, we get John Cena and Triple H, your final two. You want to know how fickle them goddamn fans are? They start booing John Cena every time Triple H got hot. They got hot. Every single time Cena teased for the attitude adjustment, they booing the hell out of him. Triple H teased for the pedigree or whatever. They was so hyped. They didn't want Triple H to win. But Cena with the attitude adjustment over the top rope, John Cena is your winner of the 2008 Royal Rumble.
Man. Wow.
So it was epic. Now, my question for Strap, you have to bring me back 17 years. Is this not 17 years?
Yeah, 17.
Yeah, 17 years. All right, I was right. Who did Triple H fight at 24?
In a triple threat match with Randy Orton and John Cena.
Okay, that's for the title. Cena won.
Orton won.
Oh, Orton retained?
Yep.
Ooh.
He heard voices. Yes, he did.
Who did Taker fight that year? That was Edge.
Edge.
Okay, that was Edge. Shawn and Rick.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think we get a Money in the Bank ladder match.
Yep.
Is that the first one?
No.
Second time Punk would win I forget.
I think this is the very no.
Yeah,
Very
first. 07 was Kennedy. Yeah.
Yep.
And then
That
Edge
was
got it
Detroit.
from him.
And you said no Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy was out.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
This is not one of my favorite. Some people, I think a lot of people really like this Mania. It is not one of mine. I never watch it back. I have a feeling associated with it where I just didn't like it for some reason, and I just never wanted to watch it again.
oh my God. Is this the one we get Mayweather and Big Show?
Yes.
Or is that
Yes.
26?
No, this is it.
This is it.
And the power went out during the Playboy Honey match with Snoop Dogg.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Where was Big Show this show for Royal Rumble?
Oh, he would come back the next month looking all slim and trim.
Yeah, I know, a big ass jacket. I do remember that, but all right.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was supposed to be. I think I don't know. Well, I don't know what happened to Rey Mysterio. Honestly, maybe he got hurt
And
because he wasn't at Mania.
Didn't Chris Jericho fight the Legends? It was
No,
Piper,
no,
Snuka.
that was the next. That was
Not-
Dallas 25.
What the fuck? Hold on. I gotta look up this card right quick.
Why? We're almost done.
I know.
It was Batista and Umaga in a Raw vs. SmackDown match. What else you want to know?
Nah, I'm just curious about the card. That's all.
See, it's all blur. I told you. That's why we don't cover shows from 2005 and up because
right.
we can't remember them. Don never puts them up for bid because he doesn't know any of them.
All right. In the dark match, we have Kane beating Mark Henry in a 24-man battle royal to win the #1 contendership for the ECW title. You have Bradshaw kicking off the show, defeating Finlay in the Belfast Brawl. CM Punk wins the Money in the Bank. Batista beat Umaga, battle for brand supremacy. Damn, Umaga lost 2 years in a row. Kane versus Chavo.
Killed him.
Kane won 11 seconds to the ECW title. Shawn defeated Rick. Beth Phoenix and Melina defeated Maria and Ashley
Beth Phoenix
in the
and
Playboy Bunny Mania Lumberjill match. Orton and Cena. Mayweather knocked out Big Show. And the Undertaker defeated Edge.
I didn't miss one.
No, you're good. All right,
Yeah.
that was it. All right, I was curious. Yep, I don't need to rewatch that. Nothing caught my attention on that show. I'll tell you that now. All right. Well, what are your thoughts on the Royal Rumble 2008. Does this show matter?
It does matter. It does matter. You can lose me with the whole Edge match, but everything else, it's rewatchable.
Yeah, it was definitely a good show. That Madison Square Garden crowd is definitely live. Like I said before, I do want to do a show about MSG and the matches that took place inside. We'll do that one time. I definitely enjoyed it. That pop for Cena, it was electrifying. Yeah. What would you guys say the best match of the night was?
Minus the Royal Rumble, it has to be Jeff Hardy versus Randy, in my opinion. Can't go wrong with that.
You know what's crazy? You don't even have a women's match in this show.
Yeah, I didn't give a shit about them back then.
Yeah,
They had a women's segment. That was enough.
Yeah, they don't feature the women back then like that.
I wonder what was the dark match before the show.
There probably wasn't one. I don't know. That I don't recall if there was one. But yeah, it definitely does matter. I mean, it's one of my favorite shows. I just said it. I didn't like going back to watch WrestleMania Orlando 24, whatever one it was. But I've gone and watched this show in pieces many times. So it's a great show, and this was an original pay-per-view. I think they were cut for time because those were not 90-second intervals. They were really fast.
Yo, them should start speeding up. Like the first one, like maybe 90 seconds. After that, they start speeding up.
It's like once you do your spot, what else is there to do? So just keep going, you know. And I'm a fan of that. I agree with that. You can have up to 90 seconds, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a very tight Royal Rumble. It didn't really drag at all. I mean, some of the when you're watching a Rumble, you know the later contestants some of them they have to miss. Sometimes they have to miss. But when you hear like fucking Chavo, you're like, what the fuck? I don't want to see him right now. He's a pre-15 guy. Okay, who else was there late?
Viscera.
It's like I don't want to see this. You know, there's just some guys you don't want to see. But you got to put duds in randomly to make it legit.
How do you forget the dark match? They did have a dark match. It was a tag team match. Were you there for that?
I don't know. Maybe we missed it. Maybe we were there. What was it?
Jimmy Wang Yang and Shannon Moore taking on Deuce and Domino.
Yeah, you could forget that.
I wonder if Cherry was there.
I was a fan of Cliff Compton, Deuce, until he blocked me on Twitter.
You jerk.
Is that Sim?
Sim
No.
Snuka?
No, that's the other one.
Yeah.
That's Domino.
Colt Cabana's friend.
Oof.
Anyway.
All right, well, this show definitely matters, but next week we kicking off season 3 of the It Doesn't Matter podcast, and we're going to kick it off with Strat Facts. His choice was Super Brawl 4.
What's up with your hands?
Woo!
Super Brawl 4.
February of 1994.
It's cold down there in that basement.
My hands is
Woo!
good. My hands is good. All right, well, I'm going to go through the lineup right quick.
Oh,
we
no.
have Harlem Heat of Kane and Cole. Now Booker T and Stevie Ray. Kane and Cole taking on Thunder and Lightning. John, who the hell is Thunder and Lightning?
Psychosis and Super Colo. I
I don't think so.
All right.
All right. Well, our next match, we have Big Jim Steele taking on the Equalizer. Platinum, do you know who the Equalizer is?
No.
Dave Sullivan. That is Kevin Sullivan's brother, the Taskmaster.
Oh, man.
In our third match, we have everybody's favorite, Terry Taylor, taking on Diamond Dallas Page.
Main event anywhere in the country.
After this, we have Johnny B. Bad taking on Jimmy Jam Garvin.
Okay, I can see this. I can see something with Johnny B. Bad. He's so pretty. He should have been a girl.
Yep. When we have our first title match for your WCW World Television title, we have Lord Steven Regal taking on Arn Anderson.
Okay. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes.
Oh, it's definitely out of dry meat.
After this, we have the tag team titles on the line. We have Cactus Jack and Max Payne taking on the Nasty Boys.
About to get a pit stop. Da, 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 da.
Do you guys know what a thunder cage is?
Do you know what a thunder cage is?
No, I don't.
No,
Well, we have Sting, Brian Pillman, and the natural Dustin Rhodes taking on stunning Steve Austin, ravishing Rick Rude, and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff in the Thunder Cage match.
sounds awesome.
What the hell is a thunder cage?
We gonna find out next week.
Paul Orndorff.
And your main event is another Thunder Cage match for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship with a special guest referee, the Boss. Do you guys know who the Boss is? I ain't talking about Mercedes Moné.
Talking about the one and only Big Boss Man.
Yes,
Bubba
Ray
Rogers.
Trailer. And in this match, we have the Nature Boy Ric Flair taking on Big Van Vader.
Was that his return from WWE? At this Fall Brawl?
He came back before then.
Okay.
I think it was the rematch.
So was he the champion at this time?
I believe so. Yeah, he was champ.
Okay.
Yep. And we'll see Michael Buffer again. How you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's it.
The Nature Boy. Flair.
Woo!
Big Man.
All right, well, we about to wrap it up. We're going to shut it down. I'm Notorious One. I am Dom. I'm here with Strat Facts. I am here at Poppy Platino. Next week, we bring to you Super Brawl 4. Until then, we will see you next time. Michael Buffer.
It's time. Oh, that's the brother.
Woo!
Fall Brawl number 4. Woo!
Super Brawl.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Too many concussions. Mike Adamley.